Welcome back to the Sunderland RTG, Season 4. Last time out, we lifted the Carabao Cup, and we've booked ourselves a European tour. If you are new around here, please consider dropping a sub. The majority of viewers here aren't subscribed, and a sub really helps the channel out. But for now, let's get into it. Into Season 4 then, I'm going to have a quick look at the board objectives to start, starting with continental success, and they actually want us to win the Europa Conference League, our first goal. Definitely achievable, but it depends on which big clubs come down from the Europa League, I think. As for domestic success, they want us to push up into 5th, 6th, and 7th spot to finish in the Europa League's place. I think that's more than achievable, and that's exactly what we want to do as well. And we're starting this season off with our first bit of business then, as we do say goodbye to Michael Healy. He was a good servant and a player who helped us a lot in our promotion push. It is sad to see him go, but our plan is to bring a new centre-back in this transfer window, and he would actually end up being 4th choice. So I figured it made more sense to give that spot to Leo Helge and try and let him develop throughout the season. But we won't forget his contribution at all. A quick look at the other departures then, as we say goodbye to Mayenda, Sirkin, Nielsen, and Mundell, and Alex Bass. All these players are just on the fringe of the first team, and just we're never going to really get a chance. And we had better players coming through the youth academy. As for the actual team, this is how we are looking. The team is all developing at roughly the same rate, coming up to early 80s now, except for Jack Clark, who's just flying at the moment. We are doing well to hold on to Clark. We haven't had too many offers for him yet, and I think as long as we can kind of progress into Europe, then we can realistically try and keep hold of him. Signings for this season, however, I want a backup striker. I also want a new first team centre half. We also need a new fullback to come in as backup to potentially just swap between these three on a rotating basis. We also may pick up 1 or 2 squad players, as we literally have no squad depth right now. Just a quick check on the loans. We've organised loans for a bunch of our youth players and Joe Bellingham and Miles Lieberman. Just a quick look at the finance then as we head into this new season. Now we've been given 82 million to spend on improving the squad. Now that we've qualified for European football, we really need to add some quality squad depth into the team. And thanks to the recommendation from a commenter, we have signed our striker, Jon Duran, signed for 24 million from Osasuna. He's 22, he's got bags of potential. He offers something a little bit different to Mara and should be good rotating, especially within the European games. Next up then, he wanted to play in European football, so he's put pen to paper to join the Black Cats. Mark Gahey coming back across from Germany for 35 million. He comes in a 26-year-old, 83 rated. He is an end-game centre-back for us. And we also sorted a backup fullback then. He offers more attacking options than the ones we have currently. That's Ryan Giles, signed from Luton for 9 million. And final bit of business sorted then as we signed veteran keeper Kevin Trapp on a 2-year deal. He came over from Frankfurt for 800k. He's not going to be replacing Patterson by any means. He's just here as a bit of European experience, and we'll probably play in the Conference League games. So that's our window done and done. Pretty tidy business, all things considered. Mark Gahey is the only one that's going to slot into the first team. That's really the culture we're building at the moment. We're only really replacing 1 player in the first team per season. I think that way it allows the team to grow more naturally and have a good team bond. Last few little bits of business then, we did send our scouts out to Scotland, England, and one over to Denmark as well. In terms of the youth academy, nothing really new to report here. And here we are then, Group F in the Conference League, and this is our group. Not the most exotic group by any means, but we have Anderlecht, Brøndby, and Hibs. And that's where we're going to end it for the summer transfer update, and now we're going to get into some games. The highlights will probably be a bit more streamlined for this package, as I want to get some of these Conference League games in there as well. So without further ado, let's jump in. First game of these highlights, and we're at the London Stadium to face West Ham. Chance of a Trey Hume. Mara's got a lot of space in the middle. Give it to Clark. Clark, one-on-one. Clark. Oh, good save. West Ham coming forward now. Kudos on the ball. Plays it out wide to Kufal. Plays it in the middle. Him as a header, and it's gone past Patterson. He's got to be doing better there, but it's West Ham 1, Sunderland 0. West Ham trying to find a second now as Kudos bombs down the line. Pulls into the touchline. Pulls it into Pepe. Oh, Patterson's dived in early. Oh, what are you doing, Patterson? It's 2-0. He slid in for no reason. Clark now trying to find a way back in the game for Sunderland. Plays it into Mara. Mara in the box now. Turns well. Mara goes for goal. 2-1. Absolute bomb burner here at the London Stadium. We have a way back in the game with Mara. West Ham looking for a quick response to our goal. Coming in the box now. Orford whips it in. Unmarked header. Good save from Patterson. West Ham pushing forward now. Mavropanos plays it into Pepe. Pepe to Jimenez. Jimenez one-on-one at 3-1. Absolutely shocking defending here from Sunderland. Final whistle at the London Stadium then, and it finishes 3-1. Disappointing start here for Sunderland. European football has officially arrived as a stadium of light as Sunderland welcome Anderlecht for their first game in the Conference League. Now plays it into Duran. Duran trying to find space. It's a good turn. Duran goes for goal, just wide. Sunderland coming forward again. Philip Billing sifts it through. Clark should be onside. He's going to drag it back to Philip Billing. It was meant to go to Duran, but Billing there. Good save with the keeper. Ryan Giles now plays it through to Billing. Billing plays it into Duran. Duran squares it over to Patrick Robertson. Open goal. Sunderland lead here 1-0. Good high pressure there from Sunderland. They've got the ball deep in Anderlecht territory. Played it into Philip Billing. Trying to find the right pass. Going to give it over to Dan Neal. Tries to slip in Patrick Roberts. Plays it back. But Billing to go make 2-0. Oh, what a save from the keeper. So now in the second half, pushing forward. It was all them in the first half. They're trying to find a second. Now Clark's to try and go alone. Good save from the keeper. And a final whistle there at the Stadium Light as Sunderland pick up 3 points in their Conference League debut. Next game of these highlights for us is a trip to St. James's Park for this Tyne-Weir derby. Sunderland pushing forward now again. Dan Neal on the ball. Tries to get on his left foot. Sees him around Clark. Into the box. Clark goes for goal. He's got it. I don't know why they did a power shot there. That's probably the first highlight of the game. It's been a dry game so far, but we've got the lead. Sunderland trying to find another goal before half-time. Alex Scott plays into Mara. Mara trying to turn out his stronger foot. Mara goes for goal. It's a good shot, just wide. Newcastle now just trying to find a way into the game. Newcastle now with a great ball over the top. Isaac could be in here. Isaac staring down on goal. Goes for the chip over the bar. Sunderland come forward now. Jallo, it's a good pass from Clark. Jallo coming out with his left foot. Trying to find some space. He's still got the ball. But is it into Anana? Clark could be in here. Clark is in. Clark goes for goal. It's 2-0. Sunderland have wrapped the game up here. It's been back and forth, but Sunderland should have just got all 3 points now. And Magellan now with a great ball over to Clark. Sunderland could be trying to get all 3 goals here. Going to Philip Billing. Philip Billing one-on-one. Goes for goal. Billing scores. Sunderland have beaten Newcastle in their own backyard 3-0. Well, lads. First away game of our European adventure here as we go across to Denmark to face Brøndby. Sunderland here trying to get a counter-attack. They've got some bodies forward here. Patrick Roberts now just trying to wait for the right pass. Or he could go all alone. Patrick Roberts in the box. Goes for a shot. It's 1-0. What a goal from Patrick Roberts, and the screen's gone black. In the second half now, Sunderland starting strong, trying to find an early attack, play it into Duran. Duran could be in here for his first goal for the club, goes for shot, oh, it's wide. Corner here for Brøndby, whipped into the box, header up, good save from Kevin Trapp, but can he get up there for the second one? He can, another good save. Sunderland coming forward now, Patrick Roberts is a great ball, if Duran's onside, could be a big chance. Sunderland, Duran for his first goal for the club, finds the back of the net. Emphatic strike by the Colombian striker, I believe. Yes, 2-0. Sunderland here trying to find a third. Ecuador trying to find some space. He's going to play it over to Duran. Duran is out wide now, cuts it back into Pearson. Pearson puts it back to Clark. Clark goes for goal. It's a good shot. That's going to wrap up all 3 points here. Sunderland 3, Brøndby 0. Final game of these highlights then, and we're away at Goodison Park to face Everton. Clark now trying to work an early chance for Sunderland. Plays it back into Giles, into Scott, into Mara. Mara with an early chance now. Goes for goal. Great finish. Less than 5 minutes has gone and we lead here at Goodison. Right, McNeil now for Everton. Bombs to the byline. Crosses into the box. Good header and it's 1-1. Less than 10 minutes gone. That's lax defending there from Sunderland, and Everton have equalised. So I'm looking for an immediate response here. Mara could be in here. Mara goes for goal. He's found it. 13 minutes gone and it's 2-1. What is going on here at Goodison Park? Everton coming forward here. Played over with Dwight Neal. Dwight Neal, he's got a good cross into the box. There's a deep cross into the box, and Paul Tarnell shoots, and Patterson deflects it in, and it's 2-2 here. Sunderland trying to counter-attack here now. Clark plays it through. Mara could be in. Mara with a chance to make it 3-2 to Sunderland. He has to score. He's put it wide. No. Everton coming forward now. Dwight McNeil's got a bit of space. He's been so dangerous today for Everton. Played it back into Unai Gomez. Dwight Neal coming out the box. Dwight Neal goes for goal. It's 3-2 to Everton. Such bad defending there. It's 3-2. Someone trying to push forward here. Clark plays it in. Alex Scott waiting for the run of Mara. Mara now plays it over to Clark. Clark with a bit of space. We can get on his right. Clark with a chance here. It scores. It's 3-3. Sunderland are back in the game. Sunderland coming forward now. Giles plays it into Jack Clark. Clark now stands up the defender. Tries to get the better and plays it into Mara. Mara could be in here. Mara cuts back on his right, trying to return for his early miss. Mara goes for goal and he's got it. In the 80th minute, Siku Mara has scored. It's now Sunderland 4, Everton 3. What a game. Final whistle and we take all 3 points. Let's now dive into the midway point of the season. Here we are then at the midway point of the season, and it's just going to be a quick pit stop here as there isn't too much business to do. First up, a look at the standings, and it's looking very nice. We're currently sitting in 5th place. We're actually only 3 points off Chelsea in 4th. While United are 8 points ahead, they might be a little bit out of reach. The Champions League spots aren't completely off the table. Looking further down the table, however, we also are only 4 points away from 9th. It's very, very close at this part of the table. And with teams like Liverpool and Newcastle who will probably have a better second half of the season, it's going to get very hard to try and keep this spot towards the end. In the Conference League, we comfortably got through our group in 1st place. This means we haven't found out who our knockout opponent is yet, as we have to wait for the preliminary round. Nothing much new to report in the youth academy except this guy, Declan Brewer. He's 6'6". I hope he turns out to be good. In regards to young players, then we also promoted Jackson Chambers and Cathal Peak to the main team and sent them out on loans. I'm looking at our young players out on loan. They're all going really nicely, especially officially Duncan Maxwell's up to 77. His stats look absolutely insane for a 19-year-old. I'm going to keep him out on loan and hopefully he comes back around about 80 and ready to go into the first team squad next year. In terms of the first team, as expected, everyone's continuing to develop at roughly the same pace, now heading up into the early 80s. In terms of finances, we really don't have the money to spend on anyone right now. I had a look at the loan market, but there was no one really interesting there, so I think we're just going to leave it. And that wraps up a quick winter update then. Let's now jump into some more games. First game of these highlights then, and we're down to the G-Tech Community Stadium to face Brentford in the snow. Brentford coming forward now. It's Puckstas going down the wing. Captain here trying to find something in the box. There's a good ball in the box. Good header, good save from Pato. Brentford now trying to find something on this wing again. It's been the source of all their attacks so far. Jensen trying to find space on the edge of the box. Also, Puckstas, great save from Patterson. So then counter-attack here now. Pearson diving forward. The youngster getting a rare start today. Pearson just diving into the box. He's going to go for goal. It's a good shot. And Pearson has his first goal for the club. What a moment for the young lad. And there's the final whistle at Brentford. Sunderland take all 3 points in this quiet affair. Next game in these highlights then, it was the round of 16 match against this Hungarian team whose name I'm not even going to try and pronounce. This is the second leg and we're coming into a 1 goal down. So all to play for now. Sunderland now trying to come forward. Scott into Mara. Lays it off to Dan Neil. He does this a lot. Dan Neil goes for goal. 1-0 now, but 1-1 in aggregate. And essentially all level up to 5 minutes here. So I'm coming forward now. Dan Neil puts it into Mara. Mara now space for shot. Goes for goal. 2-0. So in aggregate 2-1 now. FTC coming forward now. Playing into Marquinhos. Trying to find space. He's back to Varga. Good turn there. And Marquinhos could be in. He does find space for a shot. Good save from Patterson. So they're now trying to counter-attack. Alex Scott spearheading it. Just driving at the defense. Waiting for the run of Jallo. Plays it. He's going to go all the way through to Mara. If he can get there before the keeper, he can. Tries to square it in. Alex Scott. Alex Scott goes for goal. He's found the back of the net. Sunderland 3-0 on the night. 3-0 on aggregate. But that should be us through the next round. Sunderland don't want to leave anything at the chance here. Clark now gives it in Alex Scott. Alex Scott trying to find space for a shot. Goes for goal. Good shot. Good save. Sunderland attacking once again. Billing now. Trying to wait for the run of Duran. He's going to play it into him. Duran with a good touch. Could be in here. Duran to wrap it up. To make it 4-0. He's got it. Sunderland are going to be going through the quarter-final in the Conference League here. Next game of these highlights then is the dominant force of Manchester City coming up to the Stadium of Light. And City counter-attacking now, and Haaland just bombing down towards goal. He's a hard man to stop once he started to get going. Trying to find out his left foot, plays it back into Almada. Almada goes for goal. It's 1-0 to Manchester City. And then coming forward now, Jack Clark into Mara. Mara now into Dan Neil. Dan Neil, oh, he should have just shot, but he's going to play it into Jallo even better. Oh, off the post, he's missed. City now coming forward. Haaland could be in here. Haaland. He's driving towards goal, plays it into Almada. Almada goes for goal, and he's made it 2-0. He gets his second goal here. Sunderland still pushing here, trying to find a way back in the game. Jallo plays it into Mara. Mara trying to find space for a shot. Meant to go to Billings, and go to Clark. Into Billing! Yes! Sunderland have a way back in the game. 2-1. 20 minutes to go. Come on. High press, and Sunderland could be in here. Dan Neil gives it into Mara. Mara takes it down, goes for goal! In the space of 3 minutes, have done it. Sunderland have equalised. Sunderland on the side here, pushing for a goal. Mara slips it in. Billings 1-on-1, surely. Billing 1-on-1, he scored in the 88th minute. Sunderland have stolen it from 2-0 down. They lead 3-2. They're going to take all 3 points here from the Stadium of Light. What a game. Next game on the cards then is a quarter-final game against Union Berlin. This is the second leg and the first one ended 1-1. Clark now has been slipped in from Mara. Clark trying to find some space. Going to give it back to Dan Neil. Into Alex Scott. Scott goes for goal off the post. Scott with the rebound. Gets it. After 5 minutes, we lead in this tie. We essentially started this game 0-0 because the aggregate finished 1-1 last game. But now we're winning 1-0. Come on. Someone's trying to work some here. Clark now lifts it up towards Alex Scott. He's going to flick it on Dan Neil. Dan Neil goes for goal. Good save from Henderson. You know, one-way traffic so far. That's continuing here as Jack Clark touches it down to Onana. Into Dan Neil. Dan Neil is back to goal, trying to find something. Plays it over to Alex Scott. He gives it back to Dan Neil. Dan Neil goes for goal. Another good save from Henderson. Sunderland driving forward now. Davis puts it through to Clark. If Clark's on side here, this could be a really good chance for Sunderland. Clark is on side. Coming into the box. Clark 1-on-1 with Henderson. Goes for goal. Lost my words there. Sunderland lead 2-0 here though. What a start. In the second half now, and Sunderland driving forward again. Dan Neil just trying to find the right pass. He's got it into Jallo. Jallo now 1-on-1 goes for goal. It's Sunderland 3, Berlin 0. Sunderland should have now booked their spot in the semi-final for the Conference League. Some good football here from Berlin. Berlin coming forward now, and there could be in. Grimsby hauls in on goal, and he gets past Trapp, and it's Sunderland 3, Berlin 1. They have a lifeline here. Sunderland coming forward here, looking to restore their 3-goal cushion. Jack Clark Space opens up for a shot. Clark goes for goal. Good save from Henderson. Berlin now. They've broken the high line of Sunderland. Now into the box. Into the woods. Rafa May, and he's scored. It's Sunderland 3, Berlin 2. Late drama here at the Stadium of Light. Only here for Sunderland. Jack Clark takes it in towards the box. In towards Gahey. Gets up and it's found its way in. Mark Gahey is scoring. Sunderland have confirmed their spot in the Conference League semi-finals. Final game of these highlights then, and we are away at the City Ground to face Forest. Forest coming forward now. Hudson-Odoi driving towards the defense, trying to stand them up here. It's a good pass though into Ambriosano. Goes for goal past Patterson. And it's 1-0 to Forest after just 10 minutes. So they're now working their way through. It's a good run by Hume. Hume now coming into the box, plays it back to Jallo. Into Duran. Duran goes for goal. Well worked from Sunderland. That is 1-1 here. Forest now trying to work something into the box. Played into Ambriosino. Squared back. It's a great save from Patterson. Sunderland trying to find another goal before half-time. Clark just getting away from his man. Coming on his right foot now, Clark. He's dangerous in this situation. Goes for goal. Oh, what a strike! Jack Clark gets the goal. It's Sunderland 2, Forest 1. Forest trying to find a goal before half-time. Goes for shot and a good save from Patterson. But the referee's given a penalty. What? No. Here we are then. Ambrosini steps up for Forest and he finds the back of the net. That's such a weak penalty you concede there. Sunderland now trying to come forward. Clark now making a run. Amajal with a great ball over to Clark. Clark trying to get the better of his man. He can. Clark now goes for goal. It's a good shot off the post. So there was some good pressure here. Philip Billings won it. Duran could be in. Oh, off the bar. Forrest now coming forward. O'Brien on the edge of the box trying to find the pass through. Ambrosino goes for goal and Patterson has to save that. It's went right past you, mate. 3-2 to Forest. Sunderland coming forward here trying to find an equaliser. Duran just waiting for the pass. He's got it, Clark. He's lost a bit of momentum here. Clark now onto his right foot. A bit of space. Clark goes for goal. He's found the back of the net in the 93rd minute. It's 3-3 to Sunderland, and we're going to take a point back from this game. Now let's jump into the end of the season and see how we're going. Into the end of the season now. Last update we had for the Conference League was that we were going into the semi-finals, and since then we simmed the first leg as we always do, and we came away with a 3-0 win. And now in order to try and save some time in this episode, I'm just going to go ahead and sim the second leg, because I think we should be able to get through regardless. Just going to be a quick sim here, and we go through on a 4-0 aggregate. Very nice. Here we are then at the end of the season, and how are things looking? We currently sit in 7th place with 1 game left. Can't quite catch Aston Villa. They're 4 points ahead, but if we win our last game of the season against Spurs, we will keep Liverpool and Leicester behind us regardless of their results. I believe a 7th place finish should get us into at least the Conference League. However, we also have one other game on the cards as well. We've booked our spot in the final against Athletic Bilbao. Our Bilbao are going to be by far the toughest team we've played in this competition so far. They are an established European team, and they have a fantastic squad of players. We are of course going to play these 2 games live to try and see how our season ends, and hopefully by the end of these 2 matches we'll be able to wrap up 7th place and a Europa Conference League trophy. The absolute strongest lineup for this first game: Clark, Mara and Jallo make up the front 3, Alex Scott and Dan Neil in the midfield with Onana holding behind them, a back line of Davis, Ballard, Gahey and Trey Hume, and Anthony Patterson between the sticks. It's a must-win game here for us in the capital if we want to capitalise on how this season has went. Let's get into it. Now the first chance here, Clark. He's so dangerous on this wing. Clark goes for goal. Good shot and a good save from Vicario. Spurs coming forward now. It's Brahim on the wing for Spurs, trying to find something in the middle. He's trying to stand him up here. Some good defending from Davis. Spurs coming forward now with numbers. Scarlett plays it through. The defenders should have got there. Where's Patterson gone? He's completely missed the ball. Disaster here. Spurs have taken the lead. Dylan is trying to work something here on the edge of the box. Back to Onana. Into Dan Neil. Dan Neil turns well. Dan Neil could be in here. Squares it back to Mara. Oh, trying to find space for a shot. Can't find anything. Into Jallo. Into Clark. Clark now to make it 1-1. Oh, what a save from Vicario. Half-time here then at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we are still 1-0. Change at half-time. I'm going to bring Scott off for Philip Billing, a bit more physicality in midfield. I'm also going to bring Duran on for Mara. He's better in the air, a bit more physical as well. I think we just need that up front for this half. Spurs going forward now in this second half. Tanganga trying to find the right pass through. It's giving it to Craig. Craig coming in the box. Gahey getting across. Good block from Gahey. Someone's still trying to push for that equaliser. Jack Clark now coming down the wing. Feeds it into Davis. Into Billing. Into Duran. Duran now goes for goal. It's a good shot. Good save from Vicario. Going here for Son. In towards the near post. Gahey tries to flick it on. Out to Jallo. Jallo heads it into Onana. Trying to find space shot. Onana goes for goal. Just wide. Jallo and Alverson trying to find something down the line. Trying to get away from the defender. They're trying to pull it back into Dan Neil. Dan Neil into Duran. Duran turns in the box. Duran goes for goal. Well blocked. There it is. Final whistle. We've lost on the final day here at Tottenham, and we've not been able to confirm 7th place on our own. We're going to be relying on other results. Well, as you can see here, both Liverpool and Leicester won, so we were relegated down to 9th. That's a worse finish than we had last season. Obviously, a lot of positives to take from this Premier League season, but they ended up finishing 9th on the final day is crushing. That means now all of our eggs are firmly in one basket. We just now have to dust ourselves off after that disappointing loss and get ready for one of the biggest games in this club's club's history. Regardless of what happened in the league, a win here tonight will confirm Europa League football for next season. The same lineup for us that face Spurs, except Trapp gets the nod in goal as he's been our keeper in European competition so far. Here we are then, this is what this journey has all been about, getting to games like this, European finals. Here we are then, Sunderland in the red and white, Athletic Club in the blue. Let's get into this Europa Conference League final. Sunderland just trying to work something. Trey Hume now has slipped through Dan Neil. Dan Neil, oh, I don't know why I tried to chip there. Might find its way in off the post. Oh, Athletic Club now could be in. We're struggling to change players. Williams Jr. is in now. Williams goes to goal. It's 1-0 Athletic in the first 15 minutes, and Bilbao take the lead here. It's a poor start. So I'm looking for an immediate response here. Mara played in by Jack Clark. Mara with a chance to make it 1-1. It's a great save by the keeper. Bilbao now counter-attacking. Sansei plays it back into Williams. Played through to Bove here. Bove trying to find the right pass. Someone just trying to stand them up. Williams again. Play through to Sansei. Sansei with a chance. Trap with the save. Someone trying to counter-attack here. Jallo's got past his man really well. Jallo driving with confidence, waiting for that run of Jack Clark. Clark peels off Clark to make it 1-1. Goes for goal. He's done it. Sunderland 1, Bilbao 1. Get in there. Sunderland keeping the pressure up here. Jallo plays it into Clark. Waiting for the run of Scott. It's coming out to Davis. Back into Scott. Into Clark now. Clark into Mara. Mara trying to find space for a shot. He's made some space. He goes for goal off the post. Sunderland continuing the good start here. Clark now diving down the wing. He's got through Clark. Tries to square it to Mara. Mara with the shot. A good save from Simon. Half time then in this final, and it is 1-1. Since going down, we've definitely been the better side, but we need to find another goal here. In terms of changes, I'm just going to bring on Duran for Mara. He's been more of a European striker anyway. Sunderland now with an early chance. Scott's going to play it through to Duran. Duran with his first action of the game. Could be just put someone back in the lead. Oh, he's dragged it wide. Sunderland now coming forward. Duran on the ball, trying to find the right pass. He's going to lay it off to Dan Neil. Dan Neil has a lot to do here. Dan Neil trying to find some. Waiting for the overlap with Trey Hume. Hume now plays it back into Dan Neil. Dan Neil gives it to Onana. Onana now into Duran. Duran now into Clark. Clark could be in here. Clark with the finish. He's tipped over the keeper. He's got it. Sunderland have worked it in. 2-1. Jack Clark the hero as he gets his second goal. Played it forward now. Duran knocks it on to Alex Scott. Scott could be in here. Scott. Oh, out of nowhere, we after the long ball. Scott's in. Scott goes for goal. Scott's made it 3-1. Sunderland have one hand on the trophy. They're doing it. We're beating Bilbao 3-1 here. That's just a long ball, and it's worked. Bilbao coming forward here. Sansei trying to find the right pass. He's going to give it over to Williams. Williams now into Jonathan David. I think that is. I'm surprised he's at Bilbao, and he's found the back of the net. It's 3-2. Sunderland now would love to restore their 2-goal advantage. Playing into Duran. Duran's got the better of his defender. Duran coming through. Duran to make it 4-2. He's done it. Sunderland have restored their 2-goal advantage in the space of minutes. The substitute Duran finding the back of the net. A few changes then following that goal. There's a bit more physicality, some fresh legs across the park. Sunderland now trying to counter-attack. Giles just bombing forward. He's going to play it over to Clark on the wing. Clark now driving towards goal. He's going to come back on his right foot. Clark now has a lot of space opened up for Jack Clark. It goes for goal. It's a looping shot just wide. Sunderland coming forward now. Scott plays it over to Patrick Roberts. Patrick Roberts sees it over to Philip Billing. Billing could be in here. Billing goes for goal. He sets it up. Good save by Simon. And that's it. The final whistle. Sunderland have won the Conference League at their first attempt. European silverware is coming back home to the Stadium of Light. Get in. This group of players, they're getting so close together now. They're just growing year by year. We're not making big changes to the squad, just little improvements here and there. And you can really tell this squad's like a family now. Sunderland now get ready to lift the trophy. They have just won the European Conference League. Well done, lads. Get in. A lot of these lads have been with the club since the Championship, even have been with the club since League One. This is a huge moment, and it confirms Europa League football for next season as well. Enjoy it, lads. Let's sink in. And there we are then, we've done it. We've won the UEFA Conference League. What a result. In terms of the other competitions then, we went out in the 5th round against Arsenal in the FA Cup. We weren't able to mount a Carabao Cup defence as we went out in the 3rd round to Wolves. Some quick housekeeping then at the end of the season. Jack Clark is up to an 89 rated. Onana and Mara both find themselves at 85, while Mark Gay is up to an 84. And Ballard, Dan Neil, Alex Scott and Jallo are all up to an 83. And Patterson, Hume, Davis and Duran are all 82. In terms of stats then, Jack Clark absolutely ran away this season, getting 28 goals and 11 assists. Mara bagged 18 goals with 6 assists, and Alex Scott got 11 goals with 3 assists. In his debut season, Duran did okay again, 8 goals in all competitions. He had a lot of goals in the Conference League, but that were important. Potentially next season, though, we might have to find a replacement for Jallo. He had a really poor season, only managing 7 goal contributions in 45 games. A little side note, Anthony Patterson got the Golden Glove Award in the Premier League, getting 11 clean sheets. As for our little loan army then, obviously Duncan Maxwell went up by 15 ratings to a 79. An absolutely incredible talent. He has to get first team football next season. I was also really impressed by by Jackson Chambers. He's only been out half a season. He's enough 13 rates to a 74. In terms of the youth academy, this is how it's looking. Martin Cruz is the only Danish player we actually kept from our imports there. And I think that about wraps up season 4 here for Sunderland. It's been a landmark season for us, winning the Conference League, our first ever bit of European silverware. Finishing 9th in the Premier League obviously isn't ideal, but we did confirm Europa League football for next season with that win. As always, let me know in the comments who you think we should sign. If you're enjoying this series, let me know. Let me know what you want to see next. As always, the feedback and love on this channel has been insane. I really appreciate it. If you've made it this far, check the community tab. I've got a poll for what kind of videos you want to see next. But for now, a huge thank you again for watching. Much love. Peace.